So my name is Nompumelelo Nobiva. I am the host and founder of SPG for Millennials. SPG stands for Strategic Personal Growth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a platform that is for young people, that is designed for frank discussion with influential thinkers, writers, technologists, artists, you name it. I'm so excited to be here today, but before I introduce you to our gorgeous guest, I would like to first thank our sponsor, High Point University, for sponsoring us with such a great production team. And thank you to Miss Rachael Bozsik,
thank you,
who is, wait until I introduce you to this dynamic, empowering young woman. She is a soul sister of mine. And I use that term because she uses it to describe women who are close to her and who feed into your wow. And you do that for me. When I look at your platform, when I look at, reading up on you in Business Insider, Teen Vogue, and I know that you are an HPU alum that sat in the chairs that we're sitting in, that learned and worked with the professors that we're learning with, I get so empowered. I look at you and I know that it's surely possible for every one of us to dream. And so Rachael is the CEO of the Brand Girls Consulting, which is a personal consulting company where you run workshops for soon-to-be graduates. You work with young women on personal branding, career development. You help them network with confidence, and you make sure that whatever adult job they get is going to launch them towards the career that they've always dreamt of. So welcome to the show, and thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And so I want to learn from you. You're young, you've just graduated college, and we'll get into how that's been, launching a career while in college. But what is it like being a millennial female entrepreneur in 2016? You're a CEO and you're young. Yeah. What is that experience like?
Well, I have to say thank you to all of the change makers that have been here before me. Absolutely. The trailblazers who have set the way, who have allowed me to do the work that I'm doing. Another reality is that we still have a lot of work to do. We currently live in a day and age where the confidence gap is alive and strong. And this is something I am so passionate about. Yes. The confidence gap is alive and it's strong.
Absolutely.
We live in a day and age where women underestimate their abilities and men overestimate theirs. We live in a day and age also when women are 4 times less likely to ask for a raise than a man. Wow. And when they do, it's for 3 times as less. 3 times. Wow. So we are doing our work here at the Brand Girls to bridge the gap. We are working with college women now to uncover really what makes them special, what makes them different, and we teach them how to build professional confidence around their personal brand.
Wow.
Our goal here is that we want to help our college women to launch into a career of success, a career of confidence, a career of significance. So our girls are going to be the first generation to ask. So I'm really excited to be here and
bridge
share
that
a platform.
Gap.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Big ups to girl empowerment. I'm slightly biased because I did go to a girls' academy. And there's an African proverb that does say, when you educate a woman, when you educate a girl, you educate a nation, really. And what you're doing is creating a wave, a new movement for, a movement that is carrying on and borrowing from other women who have come before us, which is why I love what you said. You're aware of the fact that it took many people and it took a lot of effort for us to even have this opportunity where we can sit on a stage as women coming from 2, completely different worlds and be able to talk and, learn and respect and empower and inspire. So wonderful answer. Thank you so much for that. What inspired you to start the Brand Girls? Because to my understanding, you were on this campus living in a dormitory with a full-time schedule. How did you go from that to knowing that I can actually start a company?
Yeah.
And I could not just start a company. I'm not sure which came first, the chicken or the egg. Did the idea and the inspiration come first, or was it the company? But in any case, how did you reach this point where you have this very, very strong and wide client not even data, but you have a lot of clients of young women who I look to. I can see a brand girl when I see one at the HPU. I can see one. Yeah. And so how did you talk yourself into, okay, I'm going to start a company, despite the fact that I'm in school?
Yeah, so the Brand Girls actually started here on High Points University's campus in my college dorm. and I'm a girl's girl, and I would have late night discussions with my girlfriends. We would talk about our dreams and ambitions and post-graduation opportunities that we were looking for.
Right.
And then flash forward 2 months later, and I was sitting with my girlfriends, we're still having late night tea, and the conversation shifted. My girlfriends started to get really nervous. They got desperate. They started taking opportunities that did not align with the previous discussion. Now, through these discussions, we were able to figure out what was lacking is they really didn't know them. They did not know who they were. They did not know what makes them special and different, and they were unsure on how to navigate to get to the dream job. So it started out where I was connecting with my girlfriends, and I've always been a big networker. And I would say, you know, what if you said something like this to someone, or let me help you draft an email? My girlfriends started shifting their position. They started networking. Opportunities started coming their way. Then I started doing a lot more mentoring. I started helping out their friends or girls in my sorority or through different clubs, and then it transitioned into private coaching. And now I'm so excited to share that we have an incredible team that works with me and incredible coaches that help take girls and get them really, really close to their dream. Because I think that's what was missing, is the girls were saying, I know my dream. I know what I want to do. I just don't know how to get there.
Right.
And then the reality would set in, and they were saying, oh my goodness, it's too close, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
I'm going to settle.
Wow.
So we get them before that panic mode happens.
Wonderful. And you help them build and bridge the gaps and learn about themselves and brand.
Yep.
That's amazing. And I want to know from you if you had any fears, and this may sound like, you know, an obvious question, but I will say this because, you know, I live a life of pure transparency. High Point is a very privileged community that has a lot of resources and access. And, you know, I like to do this when I'm speaking, when I visit schools and I'm speaking to young people, and it's funny we say young, but there's no, you know. And what I like to do is I step on the stage and they hear me speak, they see how I'm dressed, and I say, who can tell me, who can take a guess of where I come from and how I grew up based on the way you speak and the way you carry yourself? You know, they'd say, oh, you look like you had a good family. You look like your parents were doctors. You know, they would never guess that there's so much struggle, which in my case was early and formative. And I'm saying that to say you hold such a polished and high-end brand, but I know for a fact that there are moments of difficulty, of self-doubt. Even if we have lives where some people may look to our lives and think, oh, you have it all, or you have it together. I know that you've had to fight, especially as a young woman. And what were some of those experiences like, and how did you overcome your fears, knowing that you would be judged, knowing that it could go either way? How did you stay true to the point where you are now all over? I mean, Business Insider, Teen Vogue, inspiring millions of other millennials like yourself.
Yeah, so I think there was a pivotal moment when I said, I was freelancing at the time, when the Brand Girls began. Right after graduation, I was doing a lot of work in PR with luxury home furnishings groups, some magazines. I had a few different employers. I've always been entrepreneurial, gosh, it's always a hard word, entrepreneurial by nature. And I said, I really want to transition this private coaching into full-time. That's scary. It was up to me. If I failed, I wasn't going to be able to pay my bills. It's on me to put myself out there. So of course I was nervous, but I knew that if I didn't move, that I would stay stuck. Even if I moved and it was a move backwards, it was somehow a move forward where I was able to readjust, realign, and start again. And during this time also, I really, really understood the great responsibility that I was about to carry. I understood that I was about to serve as a leader for the next generation of women. I was about to serve as an advocate for girls saying, I'm not sure who I am, I'm lost, I'm scared, and I need help. So it was a time when there was a lot of nerves going on, but I was also so excited, and I knew that I needed to push forward.
Well done to you.
Thanks,
I'm so proud that I get to share a stage with such an empowering young lady. And our last question would be, you know, who is your mentor and how have they inspired you?
Yeah. So I'm really blessed. I've had a lot of incredible mentors along the way. I have to say though, my mom is my biggest mentor. Aww. She's my biggest cheerleader, my biggest supporter, and she instilled in me at a very, very early age that I'm here to do something. I'm here to do something bigger than myself, and it's up to me to live it, to own it, and to do it.
Wonderful.
and to never ever be a victim or a bystander in my own life. So she's an incredible support system, and I'm really lucky to have her.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I appreciate that you took this platform. There are so many reasons why I'm appreciative of you. It is through the Brand Girls that SPG was able to get such a dynamic group of empowering interns. I was nervous at first when I knew I'd be having interns of my own. I'm like, oh my God. But knowing that they came from the Brand Girls Consulting, I knew that they were groomed, well manicured, and ready to serve. I love that your mission brings them closer to who they are while also working them in professional development. Thank you for that. Thank you. Rachel and the Brand Girls also extended a scholarship to a mentee of mine. Her name is Nobuhle Zulu, who is also an Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy graduate, who you are helping, you know, manicure and tailor her personal career as well. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can see that, you know, we don't have to wait until we're 50 or 80 or, you know, in the Mercedes. We can help now. We can do something in real time. And hopefully, if we can be as strategic and smart and fortunate, we can be able to, you know, come out with companies, ways to monetize on these opportunities and create ways that will open for even more opportunity in future. So I appreciate that you are a woman, I appreciate that you're young, and I appreciate that you are so professional to the point where I see a piece of you in my interns.
Oh, I love
Thank you,
that.
keep up the great work. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Again, my name is Nompumelelo Nobiva. Our guest today is Ms. Rachael Bozsik, who is the CEO and founder of the Brand Girls Consulting. Please visit her website. If you're a young lady who has a dream about launching a career, I couldn't recommend anybody better. She will know you as a sister and she will support you. Please continue to support us by following our personal website, mystrategicgrowth.com. Please follow me on Instagram because I hope to take you on some cool journeys at MPUMI_Nobiva. Twitter is MPUMI_Nobiva_G. Follow us on Facebook where we are going to be having great conversation with our mothers, our fathers, our bosses, and whoever it is that is willing to join the wagon and be a part of the new millennial wave. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, good stuff.